Hello!
Hello there, and welcome to tonight's episode of Plight of Princess. It's been a minute, and to bring us back into where we were, our party is currently preparing and traversing through the high forest on their way towards the dragon's lair Old Gnarlbone, trying to locate a Spire of Lakith, a powerful magical item in this setting, trying to ascertain how much of it has affected the woods and the area around it, but also trying to take it from the dragon. The dragon, however, has insisted it just wants to talk. For ideas for the people who are at the table as well, conjuration magic in this area can be a bit weird, and it seems like it can almost overcharge and cause some disruptive effects. The party is at present fighting a young green dragon who has seemed to have enslaved or otherwise coerced a individual and their pets into fighting for it, or at the very least serving it and not resisting. We now return to this combat as we go back to the top of the initiative order with the party Arakokra Kika.
He was definitely ready to take a turn of combat.
Ah!
I say, seeing that I am next to the initiative order with no idea.
Grabs you. Right. I vaguely recall I'm invisible.
Yeah, you cast greater invisibility upon yourself.
Yes, there's a used spell slot. Right. What do I do with that information?
The only other thing I remember is that I think I declared that we had noticed that some of the damage seems to be going to the peon,
Right.
our peon friend.
Right.
Dominic Kellion.
And the dragon is fucked off to fuck off land, so
Oh right, yeah, that's the friendly dragon.
That's
yeah,
your
don't
one.
attack that
wrong
one.
dragon.
You can shoot that one if you like.
No,
Dragon Slayer bolt. Let's go.
no.
Yeah.
So I
Top 10 anime betrayals.
that's how it would end. So I guess Kika is going to come down into here. Is going to fly down into here to help Widdick. If people can remember, Widdick, you were in the process of trying to get the thing off.
Yeah, I tried to do dispel magic and failed.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
That is correct. You did roll a d20
13.
for it, and Niku.
Okay. I'll do an Archon roll to also try to cast Dispel Magic. I'd like to upcast it to try to extend the duration from like 6 seconds to maybe like 12 seconds to basically give us 2 rounds to try and do something.
Okay, because you are changing the ruling of a spell's effect, I'm going to up the DC.
Yes.
You know Dispel Magic, so this would usually be on a DC 10. We're going to up this now. We're going to put this as well because you're contesting something's magic. I'm going to put this at a DC 14.
Fair enough. Let's give it a go. Archon roll. 17.
Okay. You swoop in, landing down this midnight-colored, like star-colored wings.
I do a little thing to be like, it's me, because no one can see me.
Mm-hmm. And you make out your voice heard out, and there's this moment where threads of magic just begin wrapping around, like someone is almost looming a thread around this like amulet and a necklace it's tied to, and in that moment, like the thread faintly for that bit, begins to dull it, and in dulling it, the magic is dropped.
I need you to get this off quickly. And that's my turn. That's my turn. And my familiar's gonna scooch up to join me because I briefly forgot about them. They're like there.
Yeah.
That's my
And
turn.
with that, we'll go to Pox.
Hey. I had a really solid plan, and then I had a thought, which is quite dangerous.
Thoughts are
I would have to
dangerous.
get. I would have to get so near, and I'm literally a crossbow user. Why would I do that? I'm gonna shoot it because I don't believe in range. I don't remember what. Oh, did I not have? Oh no, I had firearm. I'm firearm. Okay. Okay, sharpshooter. Let's go.
Take a shot.
Wait.
Wait.
Bonus action hide?
Yes.
Make a stealth check. You are fairly hidden. Crouching yourself down, you duck in amongst shrubbery and swamp matter material, and through like a bit of the almost the bush and the shrubbery itself, you have a place where you can lay down the crossbow and aim.
Oh, I got the ghillie suit on.
Basically, you went ghillie
the ghillie
suit.
mantle.
Yeah.
My beloved.
Which means I have advantage. I know how to play D&D.
Yes.
Sharpshooter. Yeah, sure. Oh, come on.
Astounding.
That is a myth.
You're no longer hidden.
So
let's try that again.
21. I do recall they did shield.
Which means I don't get my sneak attack. Wait.
And you also missed.
Wing and a miss.
Great. We love missing on an 18.
Well, just looking around being like, no one saw that, right? I'm gonna go and get into I'm basically going from structure to structure, like keeping a structure between me and them, and I'll just crouch down in these bushes here. Reload, and that is my turn.
So, in addition, at the end of your turn,
don't say that.
Nemo.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
One was not on the initiative table. By all means, roll for them now. But essentially, what we were doing was one was following alongside Serenus, but not acting any spells. So you're down in the map by Serenus in that area, and you may go ahead and roll initiative, and I'll put you in on the table where you would be. Perfect.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you. You made it very easy. It's like, oh fuck,
what a return! What a return!
And I miss, and it's like, I have to go back and do their thing retroactively. Nope. Bottom.
Nope.
Anyway,
Lou, did you forget your little dragon from in here?
I just moved them up.
Oh, okay, sure.
Thank you.
At the end of your turn, Pox, Dominic's turn will go. The magic is now being dispelled. Well, not dispelled, subdued. So, let's give Dominic a attempt at...
I believe in the power of friendship. Let's go.
And this gun I found.
Don't look at that.
Pulls out ghostly revolver. Or ghostly flintlock. And this gun!
Power of friendship and this gun.
Actually...
It can't be this gun, because Percy DeRollo destroyed my gun.
He destroyed Glory's gun, not your gun.
It was mine! Out of character.
I found it. It was mine.
So, what essentially happens is, Dominic grips onto this amulet at this moment of like, in a moment as if someone has realized a lock that has been like latched around their neck, as in like the bar itself has been clamped down onto their neck, has been alleviated. Immediately grabs for the locket and the amulet and the necklace all in one area of the hand, and casts disintegration at 7th level, and just
That's one way to do
destroys it. Before collapsing back into the corner and crumpling, heavy breathing, bloodied, and exhausted. And now I need to roll. Now I need to roll to see how he handles that. Oh, buddy, come on, you can do better. No, you can't. He basically collapses down,
saving throw?
and he is stunned. He has been
Alden's
stunned.
like, was that a save?
No, sorry. That literally lagged that little second, just as you asked me the question. He is stunned. He has overexerted himself. Renara.
Oh Jesus.
Hi, buddy.
Wakey, wakey.
Oh right, shit! I'm doing things.
I had ideas of what I was going to do. These two dogs are friendly-ish, right?
They are Dominic's dogs.
Yeah, they were unfriendly while he was unfriendly, but hopefully now that he's friendly, they are friendly.
They also haven't attacked anyone. They've more or less been running around kind of confused.
Puppies.
Also, am I correct that the black circle was one of the spell effects that has since been alleviated and
Yes.
removed?
I think
Yeah.
That was the
Tangle.
dragon's one, I think.
Yeah, the
which the
tangling.
The
Nope,
orange
that-
was cloud kill.
Yeah,
Cloud
orange was
Kill
cloud
his.
kill.
That was the tangle, I think.
Yeah, it was the
I think
tangling.
that one's I think that one's been alleviated. Regardless, yeah, I think that area is good. I think that area is fine. Or don't make me time you out. Renard, what would you like to do?
And they get in lanes to do that.
I don't know. What is you trying to do?
Get range first, isn't it?
Yeah, I was looking at the range on some of my stuff and I was like, do I want to be that near to the dragon?
Ew.
I know you do. Silence Paladin.
Be in there, coach.
I'm gonna kill my. I'll do that and that.
Wait.
Oh, I forgot how. Bloody potions. I'm gonna drink a potion and then hold a spell.
Okay. Roll for the standard potion, I take it? Potion of healing?
It's a greater potion.
Roll it out then. And
I'm gonna hold
Just
a
let me
level
know-
2 spell for if the dragon comes within range of the spell.
what spell are you holding?
Blindness Deafness.
Very powerful. And
Someone.
14 healing. Okay. I think I have... No, they're on different ones. Thankfully, this one is the closer one. It is
I
going
will
to-
step outside and then
Yeah.
hold the spell. Just on the outside.
Cool. Like you're like leaning out against the wall, aiming up towards where it's gonna come in. This dog, you see it just erupt into a puff of black smoke in front of you, and it demanifests. And for those inside the room, it remanifests, and it's basically just shoving past you to get in next to you,
Aw.
Wittick. And it's basically going to, because it performed that, it doesn't get to do an action, but it's gotten in with him. That's his turn. Kairk.
Cool. So, do we remember how high up these two are? Because they're both in the air.
I think they were very high.
I think Kairk was somewhere within the 45 to 50 zone, and I know that Scum has even risen probably higher again at a higher angle.
I remember that Scum was higher than Kayak. I just don't remember how much higher.
I think we'll go about 45.
Okay.
45 up and the obvious distance to cross.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna get the doors. I'll be right back.
A1.
I do know that those are on cooldown. So see if this dragon was using one of these damage transfer things. Can Kayak see if he's got like an amulet on or some sort of ring on?
You did see it previously that he has like one of his scales is the actual place. It's been removed and replaced with one of them.
Okay. Let me check this. Okay. Kayak will fly diagonally up, so he's both getting closer vertically and horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
We go to about here. And is going to cast heat metal on it.
Ooh, very nice. It's already done his reaction, so go ahead and perform the spell. I believe. How does heat metal go again?
Transmutation. Choose a manufactured metal object that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on your turn on subsequent to cause this damage again. If the creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed a con saving throw or drop the object. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Ooh, this is gonna be a nuisance for him then because it's embedded in his scales.
My thoughts exactly. So yeah, there's
Right,
no save. He just takes 2d8 damage because it's just on him. That is a 5. But enjoy that.
Yep, that one little nugget, like that little gem that begins to dull in his chest, like just on one of his like underbelly scale, like where one was, just begins burning hot in that area. It just snarls out in frustration as you do that, glaring towards Kayak for having done it to him.
Kayak just gets this big cheesy grin. And
the same dragon who was once ripped out Clot's fucking eye, he's not exactly going to be intimidated by this little bastard.
Also, breath weapon back.
Yeah.
Oh, right, we have those.
Theranos.
Yes. Right.
It is your turn.
Just trying to remember the one here. They're on the roof, aren't they? I don't think they're in the building. I think they were.
No, I think they went in the building.
They're in the building, chained.
How was it? Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Right. I think I'm out of the bog area now, so I should be back to normal movement speed, I believe.
Yep. Just make an athletics check if you don't want to eat shit in that little space.
Yeah.
How high is that jump? How far is that jump? That's fine. That's a fine one. You're okay for that one. If it was any further, I'd make you eat shit.
Right.
I'd make you roll to see if you ate shit.
Yeah.
Allow me to clarify. Yeah.
Right. I will then just basically just move up really to here. Not really much I can really do really. Everything's kind of out of range, and the dragon's kind of flown off a bit now. I think it's better for me to just stare at. I'm just gonna move, and I'll just keep moving. Actually, I'm gonna dash. Actually, thinking about it, I'm gonna use my turn to dash instead to get double, and move up to. Oh, come on. Yeah, move up to where everybody is. Up here, and then end my turn there. Really.
Nice. Right.
Here he does.
Scumnillerness. It's your turn, you mad bastard, you. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna cause problems for everyone with this. Let's see now. You would be more from there. Fortunately, they will result in having to fly somewhat closer to, but they're gonna swing. Let's see now. Being aware who's around and doing what. That gem is now dulling in their chest, even though it's glowing red hot. So they're going to fly. I'm just going to check. They're going to fly 80 foot this way. And they're going to use the action to remove it, like literally pluck it from them with a frustrated grunt, looking down towards the hut, realizing that this is no longer in effect. Glares towards Kaark before flicking it down towards it as it just begins to sparkle, as it's going to use its bonus action to quicken spell, and is going to cast Call Lightning on the hut, in which Wittek, Kika,
Ooh.
Helion's pet, Shuva Sua, and Pox are located around. It's going to chuck it using that.
I was really hoping you wouldn't notice how clumped we had gone.
I'm going to need a text. Unfortunately, you are all very clumped. Thankfully, you are there, so instead he is going to just bomb directly into the center, which will hit Helion, Kika, Wittek, and Helion's pet. So that's going to be dexterity saves from all of you guys. Range on Call Lightning is 120 foot.
Yeah, but the strikes are 5 foot, right?
It is. Let me just check that again. Appears in a cylinder that is 10 feet tall, 60 foot radius, centered in a point you can see within. When you cast it,
never mind. I will make it safe.
Yeah, he's basically picking that point and is going to destroy the building by blasting down with lightning and striking you guys in it.
That's the cloud of lightning, right? But the actual strike itself is smaller, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
it's a 60-foot radius, and it's blasting in that zone.
So he can make lightning strikes within that radius, but this lightning strike...
For the sake of it, his 60-foot radius is going to go from...
Yeah. I was just trying to work out if I had to make a save.
No, you're good.
The answer is
do.
yes.
We'll do about this. It's going to be about that area.
Yeah,
so
like
more or less, if you're in the open area.
Encampment.
Yeah. So I need a dex save from Kika, Wittek, and Helion. I'll roll for Helion and Helion's pet.
It's gonna hurt.
There's a paladin in there. Never forget.
14 plus whatever Wittek can give me.
He auto fails that
17.
actually because he's stunned.
And
let me just look at Scum's DC.
One take real quick. This is technically an attack, yes?
No.
Or what? No.
It's a spell.
It's a spell.
It's a saving throw.
This is not a ranged spell attack. This is a spell.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Alright.
Never mind that. Done.
Just gotta make sure that everything's on whisper for this guy because I need to test something just make my life easier.
Okay, that's 18.
Okay. Let's see. Intelligence is, and then plus.
I know from experience that Call Lightning in Roll20, like the way it's programmed in, is a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah. So essentially, what's going to happen here is, the Shusuva and Kika both succeed, but everyone else will take. You guys will take half this. Everyone else takes 20 points of lightning damage. So he is now unconscious. The Shusuva also succeeds, so it takes only 10. And Kika takes 10, but Wittek, you take 20. And the building is destroyed. Basically, the impact blasts it out. So there's no more.
Just like suddenly see everyone. I'm like,
why did Wittek take 20?
I was using that as cover.
Why did Wittek take 20?
You did fail it. DC 16.
Get my bonus.
Is that including your bonus?
No.
You have plus 3 to your fucking dexterity?
Because I don't remember adding my.
Did you add it as a universal modifier?
Oh no, okay, yeah, never mind.
Okay, yeah, you do. Okay, I was also confused by that.
Yeah, because no, I have the 0 in my dexterity, but I was like, no.
Yeah, I was very confused for a second. I was like, how good is your goddamn dex?
I forgot I added my
You've
bonus
got a
to all
lot
my
of good
shit.
stats. I don't need you also having that.
Yeah.
Add
No,
that
I
to the
forgot
me,
I
a
did the
part
plus
row.
3 automatically to all my saves. I was looking at the wrong one.
We're good, we're good.
We got there in the end, Chief. So
Yeah.
that blast happens, and they're now concentrating on that, and that is going to be the end of their turn. This one is going to, at the end of his turn, pop and teleport 60 foot this way, basically. It no longer has a lower leg
dear.
tied to it, and it just like rips through and like comes in the smoky form before it dissipates entirely, and its shadow just washes over Hellion, and it dies.
Aw.
And Hellion goes back up to 66 health.
Jeez.
Sorry, sec. Wittick, your turn.
Right. So, how far up in the air is this guy?
About
The scum?
Kerr was 45, and he's about 45 above, so 90.
I'm going to assume it's a fair assumption to say there's no roof anymore.
No.
All right, cool.
What the fuck is happening in the chat?
Shh, don't worry about that.
What I'm gonna do is, if he's, well, first, I'm gonna be like, you conscious? You good?
There's just like a thumb from the smoke just erupts up.
All right. I'm gonna use my movement, get back up on Garm. As an action, cast Fly, as I can, just as an action. On
By
me and
casting
Garm.
Fly on yourself, it casts Fly on Garm.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Garm's gonna use his movement of 60 flight speed to dash.
Oh, actually, I have to check. Did he get his breath weapon back? Because I don't think he used it last time. Let me just check. Did I have any d6s I rolled earlier? No, I don't think he did. Let me just check if he got it back. Did not.
And I'm gonna fly up, at him.
Nope. Up goes the paladin.
Oh, Garm!
Oh,
Away!
there's that problem dealt with.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, so, yeah, because I get fly free for 1 minute. We'll get rid of Spirit Shroud, which is fine. Because it is concentration. But alright.
End of your turn?
Thing. Nope, didn't want to do that.
Trying to remember
Yep.
if I let this motherfucker have legendary actions last time. I believe I gave him one.
Remember.
I vaguely remember at least one.
No, nothing else I'm gonna do.
Cool. At the end of your turn, he will use his legendary action. He's going to cast Dispel Magic
Oh no. Unfair.
Uh-oh.
on Garm to dispel Fight Steed. Every wizard begins pointing counter spells and checking ranges.
I'm gonna cast Counterspell.
We have wizards at home.
You remember, I'm a watcher, right?
I know. It is at
I'm gonna
4th
cast
level.
Counterspell.
It is going to be at 4th level, so the DC is going to be 14. So roll away.
Whenever we go a long period without playing, whenever Winnick does something, there's just that brief moment of pulls out player's handbook. He can do that?
Whoops, wrong button.
It checks out.
This won't make you fall though, right? Because you're flying and Garm is flying. Right? If Garm is dispelled, you're still flying.
Yeah, Winnick isn't going to
Yeah.
fall.
It's just
And
if
the
Gar's gonna
spells-
fall to like
He
like
will then
50
just dispel-
feet to the ground.
He will just dispel magic on you, Wittick, as you are giving the spell to Garm. You being dispelled will stop you
Sorry.
concentrating, dropping it on you. So that's
Yeah.
how he's gonna play that.
Get rid of
That's
the
what he's
fly.
targeting.
Yeah.
Get rid of the fly, and you guys can go down together. So I need you to roll, adding your proficiency, and I believe it is your. No, it's not your proficiency. It's just your spellcasting ability, which is your. Charisma?
Charisma.
So,
Das.
okay, a D20 plus 3.
A paladin
Paladin.
spellcasting modifier.
They get different things from wisdom as well, so there's times where I always have to go.
Not
Wait,
as a
think, there we
spellcasting
go.
Yeah,
modifier.
And also, Thane only ever uses
Ew.
spell slots for smite, so you don't even know it.
Ouch!
How the fuck?
Ouch!
Jesus.
You need to see it.
So as this is dispel magic and it's being cast on a spell which is a 3rd level, it just autos and you do go. So you can.
Oh, no.
you will-
Heck, hold on. While mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you also target. Because I can, since I'm casting the spell, I'm casting it separately on both of us.
It's being cast
That's how I'm
together. It's
reading
the
that.
it's the one concentration.
Oh, okay. I get
Yeah,
okay,
I think,
how
yeah, I
it-
think it
It's
still
like,
counts as one spell. You're changing the target from one to many.
Gotcha.
You're basically
Alright.
giving the same spell to affect 2 people.
It's like twin
So
spells,
now-
Sorcerer gets.
It's just
Yeah,
dropping
gotcha.
it off of you. So 60 foot is where you're going to go. And then you're going to have another 30 after that to be Featherfalled or Misty Step or some other action on your turn.
Okay.
Because he also saw a paladin flying towards him and went, no, no, I don't want that. He is also running out of spell slots.
Good.
1.
Yeah, hi. I'm just I was looking up Pythagoras' theorem and whatnot.
As you frequently do in D&D. I've had to do Pythagoras way more in D&D than I have in anything else.
For you, just draw a damn line because it's going to be that distance just at an elevated position.
Pythagoras spitting in his grave at speed.
Rotisserie Pythagoras.
Well, first of all, I want to move.
Put my
so,
rotisserie Pythagoras in my grok fryer.
Oh my god. The layers.
Sorry, go on.
so I want to move, but there is that swamp there. So how are we doing that for me?
What's your strength like again?
Bad.
Rhetorical question.
It's still low from the weakness effect I got.
No.
Exhaustion.
Right. No, that did get cleared in the traveling. There's been enough traveling that it has been cleared up.
Yeah, we've had about 3 or 4 days.
You are actually
In which
good.
case,
I'm
it's
sorry.
11.
So within 11, you're fine. Within 11, you're fine. It was like I couldn't remember if you had a negative or not. If you had a negative, I'd make you roll. But up, and you're fine. So just
I would
jump
actually
across
like
the-
to move one to the left, but I don't want to cover the other friend.
You're okay to be in a
Yeah,
space. It's a
they're
new
just,
guy.
they're just
I'm
vibing.
okay to be
They're
in a
just vibing.
space. I just don't want you to lose track of it.
No, it's fine. I'll put him
Understandable.
there. Look at that little guy.
That's
right there.
already happened.
They're friendly. They only hiss a little bit.
Mia, my cat.
I'm going to say 95 feet in the air and 95 feet away and 80 feet in the air. I don't think I can actually reach with 120 range. So
You
I'm
can.
just going to go for the
You
cat.
can.
Can?
I can?
Yeah.
You can.
You don't need Pythagoras for that one.
You're fine.
Yeah,
G.
95
you're
away.
fine.
And
The
then
X and the Y
30 up.
is always going to be, in some cases, bigger. Or anyway, moving on briefly and fastly. And first, the cat's a friend, so don't blow up the cat. You can aim at the dragon.
Squared equals C squared, so.
Roll the damn
We're not
dice.
discussing
You're
Pythagoras
the
again.
DM.
But it's that's fair, true.
The amount of
Pythagoras has been
times we've gone
expelled.
over Pythagoras in this game.
Pythagoras. We put an apostrophe in there to make him fantasy.
Spelled P-I-E. So good news is that you're the first person to actually raise over their DC to my remembrance, because I know people have spelled this guy and made him fail dex checks and that, but you're the first person to fucking hit him. So well done, and you have denied him healing. How does your chill touch as you return in and give this a blast look?
Classic iron gauntlet grab.
Very nice, very nice. You do that, you blast it out, and at the end of that, Kika, give us a concentration
Yes,
check
I do
on
need a
your
concentration.
greater invisibility.
Constitution.
Oh yeah, their turn went as well, so they would have
I
actually.
think I'm
started.
good.
You're Gucci. As we go back to your invisible turn, you're only slightly barbecued.
Doing fine. I have legitimately had worse, which is upsetting to say about a 3-year-old bird.
Stop making 3-year-old birds, and I will stop half killing them then.
What's the range on this? 90. How is Scum looking health wise? Like, is he looking a bit bashed up, or is he's still pumping?
It looks like he's only now beginning to take damage.
Okay, probably not worth doing that then. In which case, we'll go for something else. What's the range on that? That's 60 foot, so I think he's too high for that. Kika will fly up and around, and is going to fly over here.
Bear in mind, yeah, you can just fly, up. Physically, it's fine for you.
And is going to use her action to dash so that she can get, like, to here, up in the air, with her invisibility. And, is going to encourage, excuse me, pardon me, is going to, there we go, move her, get her familiar to come fly up with her as well. I think it's 40 foot on him, I'm probably going to have to double check. What's your movement? 40, yeah. And she used her action to dash, so that's going to be her turn for now. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's your last turn then. We'll go on to Pox.
Pretend, Das, you haven't watched me frantically remeasure the same measurement about 8 times.
What? No, don't you know the range of the crossbow you've been using for how many years now?
It's not the crossbow I'm measuring, you ass! The crossbow doesn't have a range, I don't believe in it.
It does. I
It
just don't make
doesn't.
maps that big.
I'm just trying to find a way to move 30 feet and then be within 30 feet, but I would move 30 feet and then have 35 feet, which is annoying because it means I can't have some binding. So we're gonna keep it classic. I'm gonna move so that I don't he's healed, right?
Somewhat, yes.
You're healed by one of his
If you do-
doggos.
One of his doggos is now no longer a doggo and has gone to heaven, as all good dogs do.
Yes. Absorbed a doggo.
And there's just this dark, shadowy, like light, like Avanta black almost, is just emanating from around where you last saw him.
That's fine. And try and move so that none of us are like clumped up anymore. Bonus action hide.
Stealth check. You are fine.
Great.
You are a past perception of 17. You're fine.
Great. Okay, I have one job, and that is to hit. This guy's got really. I'm not gonna sharpshooter.
Hmm.
You got a standard dragon thing, but he's been
There
just,
you go.
and he's gonna use his last first level.
I hate you.
He's not letting you shoot him.
He does not
Oh,
want to be
let
shot.
me shoot.
No. He likes to live.
Wah.
And the good news, you're making him spend all of his first levels and his reactions.
This is good.
Yeah,
this is good.
no, I know it's true, but I have to play it up for the bit. It's a bit.
It's a bit.
As long as it's a bit.
It's a bit. Or is it? No, it's a bit. Yeah, no, that's me.
Okay.
And that's the game.
At the end of your turn, the shadow space where Dominic was just moves in one manifest mass, and they just pull themselves up from the shadow just a little further away. And for Kika, for Wittig as you're falling, for Poe, you can just see a shadow move through the water from where Dominic, like essentially as if it's coming from Dominic's space towards underneath where Scum was. And there's just an eruption up of shadow as he's going to perform Shadow's Embrace, which is one of his own unique ones.
Sick.
Sounds cool.
Let's see. Gotta get up
That's
again.
a quick question.
Yes.
We're not going anywhere. Like, we're not needing to travel in the next 48 hours, right?
Why are you asking, bud?
Just curious.
I have
mean,
several follow-up questions.
I thought you were going to say, we're not travelling, are we? And I was about to say, well, we're not, but you are very fast.
So what's gonna happen is I need a wisdom save from Scum, and Wittig, you can choose to let this happen to you if you'd like.
What?
You don't know what that means.
As shadows erupt up from beneath where you and Scum both were.
Do I feel it would be something that stops me from falling?
Well, you could try to fight it as it makes contact with you, but essentially you just get held.
Okay.
But what you see is like you just see this force erupt up from under you, because you can of course choose to not be restrained. But by being restrained, you can.
Magic can't reduce my speed, nor can I be paralyzed or restrained.
You can choose to be held, though.
I can't be choose to held.
Then you're being held.
I would like to be hugged.
Hold paladin like hamburger.
I'm just picturing like his
just
arms and legs just kind of dangling, just like oopsies, like
Arm starts doing the corgi paddle.
Yeah, it's
just
like with
above
those
water
little
level.
dogs have little harnesses that have a carrying handle.
yeah.
But it just erupts up and holds, like underneath Garm and like catching you as well, like and pushing you back like vertical essentially. And you just see shadows erupt up and grip into Scum's wings as Scum failed the DC. And just like grasping hands claw at the like you can just see like the vague manifest of shadows gripping at his throat. And he takes
Hopefully a lot of damage.
15 points of necrotic damage, and he is restrained.
One more than average.
That's the end of Dominic's turn.
Do they fall to the floor if they're restrained?
It's more being held up. Like
Yeah, I think it's
physically
just
is being
held in
held
place.
in the air. They're doing the full just like Gar, like hands up, and it's just like the shadows erupt up and grabbed. It is your turn though, Runara.
Just on a side note for the stream, I've done the calculations, and technically
so much
I was
math happening in DM.
I was 0.416 over range. But being that it's only done a set of 5s, it's nice that the DM
Yeah,
was
it rounds
generous
down.
enough to give
It
me
rounds
that
down.
You
extra
round it
range.
to the nearest integer, okay?
Yep.
So when I said
Also-
you were fine off just base math in my head,
You did very well.
Also, can someone clip that simultaneous facepalm from Naren and Blue? Thank you.
You know
We
how I
need it
like
later.
the anti-rule lawyer myself.
I'm gonna need that
just
as
had
a
a quick
gift.
question. Just had a quick question. Did anybody see the blood vessel? Because I felt it. But
It went
Renara, it
long
is your
ago.
turn. You're muted.
No, I'll just talk very quietly.
Oh,
That's her.
The only time we will ask you to speak up.
Never. I'm gonna move.
Cool.
30 foot to there.
Yeah.
Move to basic Pythagoras. I can hit this creature
Uh-huh.
Why, yes, I think you can.
with a
This is
60
the
foot
new me.
spell.
But how much time will it take you to get that distance?
yeah, like if the dragon's going in one direction at 20 kilometers and you're going the other direction at 30, at
Oh,
what
no.
point will you
Wait,
spell
did you say 60 foot range when it's 80 feet in the air?
No,
We
it's not
can't,
80 foot in the
guys.
air.
I hate
Pythagoras-
this. I don't want to go back
Pythagoras
to
says
year
it's
7
actually only 40
maths.
foot in the air. How high is it in the air?
It is 90 foot in the air.
Alright, then I'm not gonna do that.
Fantastic. Net zero knowledge.
I'm gonna.
We've gained nothing.
Am I still under the cloud of cool lightning?
Yes. Oh, that's a fair point, actually. I need to make him make a con check. He actually needs to take 2.
Alright, well, I'll wait and see what this
Pass. Pass. Rolled an 18
Pass.
twice.
Am I out of it now?
Uh,
I've moved 60 foot, so I hope so.
let's see. You were also kind of in the center of it. So, 60 foot was about there.
Let's rewind this 30 foot.
And I'd say you're just on like the cusp of the outside of it.
Okay, well, let me take back that dash for a second. Hey, why have I got no spells of any range? Miss Wizards.
Your cleric.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shit.
Too bad you can't
Hold
cast
on.
Sanctuary anyway. What else? No.
Yeah, I cast it on the dragon. No.
He's one of them.
I'm actually forgetting how to
He's
play
not
this
part of the
game.
normal.
I've really forgot how to play this game, guys. It's quite
I believe in you.
Oh, that's got 120 foot range. I'll do a fuck it 6 level scorching ray.
Let's go.
Yeah, that comes under fuck it.
Yeah, big fuck it levels. So there's you right now.
You will have advantage.
That's how many rays is it? 6 rays.
Yes.
It's 3 plus 1 for each. Well, no, it'll be 7 rays then. Yes.
7. Good news. Its AC currently, because it used shield on itself, is 23. So the first one has hit. Miss. Hit. 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 Miss.
4 hits. 23, 25, 25, 27.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So add that damage. 11. Each is an individual attack, so like Magic Missile, individual procs, I am going to roll individually to see.
I think I can add something to one of those. Hold on.
For anyone in
won't-
our D&D group chat, I only posted that to give psychic damage to other British people. Please continue.
Oh no, I can only do X shot if I'm in my radiant consumption.
Don't
That's fine.
go back
That's
to
all right.
BBC bite size.
23, 17, 14, natural 1. Call Lightning is dropped.
Hey, eat shit.
Let's go.
And you did 20, 13, 33 damage. Very nice.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Angry cleric noises.
Bonus action, I'm just gonna just try.
Haha, bye. As so you've done that, and at the end of your turn, the Shusuva rushes up towards Dominic and drops into its shadow behind it, like it just jumps into the building essentially, and you actually see it erupt up physically in the air, reaching out from the shadows, biting towards Scum. So it's gonna do its bite and its tail attack. It needs a 23, but it has advantage. Is it not rolling? One sec. I'll just do another normal roll for this one. That does go through. 19. Nice. The bite, and then I'll roll an advantage with the tail stinger. Fails. So 19 points of damage. It basically just like sinks up and just sinks its teeth into its side and holds it in place. Right? It doesn't really hold it, it just adds into the flare of it. And at the end of its turn, it's going to be Kaerk's. He's gone from looking comfortable for a very long time to looking rough.
Good, because Kaerk is going to seize the opportunity and do what he's wanted to do almost the entire fight, which is just fling himself at him and make a bunch of attacks. And I guess this is going to be with advantage because of the Chuzva?
It's advantage because they're basically being held up there, but yes. Miss.
One. That's better.
Hit.
That's better.
Hit.
That's just what he wants to do.
Very nice.
And
How much health he's got left?
Oh, God damn it! If only that first one had hit. He doesn't have any more attacks. Nope. Cool. Kaerk will with that final slash position himself so he's hovering in the air above the dragon. So in case it does break free, he can't fly up because he will immediately meet Kaerk.
How high above?
I'm freaking free.
Only like 5 feet above, just like right above him.
Why, Theranos? What are you thinking on your turn?
It's my go now. I'm going to move slightly up. And I'm going to cast Ice Knife at it at 6th level.
Okay.
Oh, we're taking all the low-level spells and casting them as high as we can, huh?
Okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes it works.
Now,
I
just
love my knife blowing up next to me.
I just want to confirm something.
Don't worry, Runara. You're far away from this time.
Ice Knife has a 60-foot range.
Oh, does it?
No, it has 120 because I've spell sniper. Because it's technically a roll
I love
damage.
you so much right now.
Because it's a spell sniper, it's 120. And then the only reason why I asked is because the explosions are 5 foot. So if that's why I wanted to just
I need that clip of K, please, of him getting excited by that.
Now I just want to confirm something there.
He's the only person who's happy to get on, actually.
Before
We have been raided.
Yes, I've seen.
Hello,
I've
Raiders.
said thank you.
This is not.
Welcome
this
to
is
the
not
raids.
a Lancer campaign. This is essentially Storm King's Thunder 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm following on from the previous campaign with my own stuff.
It's a 5e campaign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, 6th level ice knife.
Well, before I click this, I just want to verify something. Okay, so the loyalties occur, which is said, you may as a reaction within the next 100 days give yourself plus or minus 12 to any one roll that you may declare after the roll. Would this roll, if it is not hit it, can I add 12 to it? And actually, would this be one I could apply it to?
It's any roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, that's fine. Okay. Are you ready?
You miss.
I'm going to add
An
12 to it
18.
then.
Damn.
I'm going to
Make
add
it a
12.
30.
Do I hit then?
You really wanted to kill this dragon, didn't you?
Well, I don't really think I need to make the con save because it has only 4 left. So, Serenus, how does your ice knife do it?
Well, do I have to do the rest of it? Because I can do all the... Because I think it's what? It says for every level that goes up, the cold damage increases by 1d6 for each slot level above first.
Yes.
So,
So because you cast it at 6th level, it does, because not only is Kaerk there, but also is the Shuzuva. So at present, you've gone up 4 levels above, so it's going to be an extra 4d6. Oh no, it's each level from 2nd level or higher, so it's actually going to be 5d6.
Jesus.
5d6.
Yup.
As well as the initial one. So the initial hit of 1d10 piercing damage, if it hit or misses. But
Yeah,
I've
the
added to
piercing's
30 so it
already there.
hits. So
The piercing's already
that's
there.
the 9. Yeah, the 9's
Wait,
there.
no, the cold's already there. That piercing 9 is cold. Because you
Correct,
don't.
but he didn't upcast it.
You don't increase the piercing damage. You increase the cold damage.
Yeah, you increase the
Right.
cold, but the cold
that
hasn't been
9.
added yet.
No, that 9
need-
is it says
They're
piercing,
5,
but
yeah.
that's d6. That's the cold damage.
Yeah.
That's 5d6 you rolled.
Oh, that is 5d6. Okay.
But you put it as piercing and it should be cold. That's all.
Oh, okay.
So
you
I
rolled-
got
it was
confused
already
then.
in the
Wow, that was a low roll.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh,
One,
I just
one,
rolled.
2, 2, and a 3.
I just rolled some crap rolls, essentially.
You
Yeah,
rolled a
friends.
9 on a
It's damage our
5d6.
friends. We want it to be low.
I know, but that's still really unfortunate.
Okay, so how do you do it? Because you will need to do the damage. Oh, actually, that is it. So it's what?
That
I'll
is
do
the
it first.
damage.
That
Yeah, no,
is
it
the
is. It
damage.
is. We literally just got there. Let's see.
Damn it!
Dex. Dex.
It
save
Why are you
happens,
again.
saying
man.
damn it? You killed it! Tess
Fails it.
failed successfully!
Still.
Fails it, but gets resistance. So 7 and 5, 12. Kaerk will also need to make a Dex save.
Okay, okay.
Actually, yeah, it doesn't need to worry about the 5.
12.
It's 5.
I'll let this all do, and then I'll describe what happens.
You fail it, so you take 15 points. So it's gonna be 15 points
That's
of
fine.
cold damage for Kaerk.
That's fine.
Go ahead then, Cernus.
Right. Well, so running up next to our new friend, who is doing shadow things there. I see what's going on, see the conflicts. I cast all of as much might as I can into this small bit of ice that grows and it grows and it grows and it grows. I then just javelin just and I aim it straight for its center mass of itself.
Sick.
Like into the center of it.
Yeah.
And it just erupts out. The dragon itself freezes up, it just begins expanding out in almost like a way of as if a frost grenade has gone off in it and it's just spread.
Yeah.
There's portions of ice now sputtering out about it, and it does burst from its skin, slightly damaging the Susuva and also slightly damaging Kaerk. And as it happens, it then crumples into the shadow. The shadow fades as if it drops with him. Wittek, you are lowered down with that as it goes. And with that, you've performed a conjuration spell.
Oh,
Roll me a
Oh,
d100.
no. I forgot.
Cernus, why?
Look.
I was too busy making a joke in chat.
Yay!
Okay, we ready?
I am.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice. Can I get a
Nice.
nice?
Nice is in
Nice.
chat.
Nice.
Nice is in chat as I go to look up what he's just done.
Look,
Yeah,
everything
love
I
when
have is conjuration, guys. Okay, everything I have is conjuration.
Yeah, that's about standard for druids. Because they commune with nature and then bring in the elements.
Yeah.
And listen,
Oh,
one
I tell you
magic
what.
Oh, good.
is
I'm
amazing.
glad Bloom's already got there. Good.
I have that page bookmarked because of Kurok.
Why don't you roll me a d100? Because you've overseeded the charge of wild magic that had been building. So
Okay.
roll
so I
a
have to do it again.
d100. This is basically to see how much you added to a pool of 100, and when that overlaps, I do a pop.
90.
98 will do it.
So I'm gonna keep the music on because for the next minute, you are surrounded by faint ethereal music. So this music is currently in the campaign.
Cernus has got background music.
Is that it? There's nothing else?
Yep.
No,
Wild
Okay,
magic
that's
be
fine,
like
that's
that, bud.
Wild magic.
you were one off of just getting all your spell slots back.
Yeah, the hundo.
I just love though that like I've done that and the music's still playing in the background. Everyone just like I'm just looking at myself, just like, oh man, like the gods must be happy with me. Nature must be very pleased with me taking this down.
And that's the music that's playing in the background.
Whereas the rest of us are like, okay, we've defeated the boss. Why is the boss music still playing?
No, this is the first time
Phase
you've ever
two.
heard boss music.
Yeah,
Well,
this isn't boss. Yeah, this guy didn't get boss music. This is the little happy chirping before the boss.
The minion music.
Yeah,
Well,
the
that's-
minion music.
well, there's nothing else I can do anyway, so am I in my turn
This
there?
deep, ominous ringing just plays out with a slight bestial gurgle underneath it, like water bubbling. And we will drop out of initiative.
Woo! Good job, team.
We lived.
The Shusuva just manifests next to Hellion, who leans against the wall of the building. He is there, wipes what looks like almost like pools of ink from the top of his brow, and collects himself. Okay. And he just like stares because you're the closest. Zaranus goes, have I just traded one master for another, or what's about to happen here?
Well, no. Are you
What
gonna
a
try to
good
kill us?
cleric. What a good cleric.
I guess the only thing I really need to, I'd look to him and just be like, are you planning to go against us?
I feel like that would be an incredibly unhealthy plan right now, so no, I'm not doing that.
Good. Because I don't think we want to either.
Fine by me. Come here, Bubba. And he just like pets the top of the what looks like a giant hyena cat.
Ox will just shout out, everyone good?
That voice again. We're
Oh,
fine.
hi.
Yeah.
I'm not actually
Really?
as stupid as I pretended to be. Sorry.
I couldn't tell by your aim.
I feel like this is just
What the
me
fuck?
on Garm just coming down from the shadow, like it's a fucking elevator.
You're gonna need a cure
Yeah.
wounds for that one.
That's kind of how it was for me. I'm mostly just, shouting it out because I suffered it as well.
I don't even think I got one single fucking hit.
I don't want to talk about it.
You
Feels bad.
flew up, ready to be a badass, and then he just went drop.
Listen, I got cloud killed and then I've missed 4 times.
Wait,
We don't need
wait.
to talk about this.
Look, sometimes just having
Yeah.
the shield is incredibly useful on something with high AC.
Yeah. Sometimes enemies do just go, melee. No.
You are only useful when you are here. I'm going to make this that.
Dies in
I'm
glory.
gonna heal myself back up to max health with some light hand. Fucking just-
Can you say short rest?
What?
Short rest, please.
I'm down
Again,
for a
try
short
to take
rest.
a short rest if you'd like. Take
I want
Feels-
to take a short rest and roll some hit die, you can.
We sort
I'll
of
just-
clump up
I'll
here.
just wait
and-
for you to give a call out for when you finish a short rest before you start rolling.
Yum
Oh.
yum spell slots.
Just so that you don't click the automatic thing for abilities you might have used in the fight.
Oh, I
Laughing warlock.
don't imagine it. I'll leave that until you say we finish it.
A1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lie on the floor now. After that, I'm just gonna lie back down. Oh,
Kayak is going to go over the dragon corpse.
It is. I can only describe this in a way that's going to be kind of uncomfortable. Is that it is like a bird that has been oiled, as it literally has fallen in an oil spill in the sea.
Somebody get the
As-
dawn.
As the Sean,
Liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, please appreciate that I just rolled exactly the right amount of hit dice to get back to full health.
Nice.
Nice.
What?
So as you're there, and some of you begin congregating and like getting away from it, but Carrick lands down on top of the body. Does Carrick do anything?
I mean, he's going to like examine it. Of like he spotted the scale that it had like replaced with the enchanted thing, and he's basically like looking at like a, because he knows that green dragons especially can be very fucky with this kind of shit. So he's like, have you been messing around with anything you shouldn't have? Do you have anything else in your body? Do you have any items that you've hidden somewhere?
Make an investigation check then.
You know, you got anything fucky like engraved on your skin or something weird like that? Okay, investigation.
I'm going to say before you roll, dependent on the roll, I will make a roll with Kair.
Okay. He's not proficient in it, so it's just an intelligence roll. Okay. Damn, Kair. Okay.
Nice. That would also have his bardic bonus from Jack of all trades. Just gonna go to Kair. And I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
As the person who controls Kairk, I'll say this to you.
Okay.
As he's examining the body, he does find 2 scrolls, like essentially that were like tucked away under scales, like in certain areas that are like not actively moved that much. He begins investigating those areas. Doesn't seem to have much else on its person.
Okay.
And these are just 1 spell of Lesser Restoration and 1 spell of Whole Person, charged at a 3rd level. So it can be used to cast it on 2 people. But the Wisdom save was as he is looming over the corpse of this chromatic dragon, he fights a primal urge to sink his teeth and feed. So he doesn't do that.
Okay. I think Geek is like nervously hovering behind and is like, are you okay?
There's just that bit of slathering down the side of the maw, more or less. And as Kika says it, that almost like pulls him back just as much. Yeah. Scrolls for one to look at, and just like daintily like holding them in like the giant maw, like just in the giant claw, just drops them down on the little bit of a board area that hasn't been dropped or broken yet.
What should we do about this? What do you want to do about it?
I'm just gonna, and just pulls himself away from the dragon, just like steps away, shifting back down and just bristling up a bit. I'm just gonna step away.
Oh, okay. Geeka just like, you know, takes his hand and goes with him because she's like, I'm gonna look after my brother because my brother looks after me.
And just like, he physically is gonna get away from the body. So, I think this is an ideal time, because I know we have a little BRB as well. We're going to take a brief break.
Fair enough.
Before we just go into that break, can Ceres very loudly just go, does anyone know when this sound's gonna stop?
What sound?
You get closer to him and you hear the sound.
Oh.
I've been hearing it for 10 minutes now.
Oh, God. Exposition, camera pad. We're back in a
And
few.
it fades.
Hello!
Welcome back. How is everyone?
Banana bread.
The
Alive.
music won't stop.
It
Please
has
send
stopped.
help. Oh, it has? Oh, good. Finally.
Now this other music has started, but this one you can't hear in game. So, you're all in this moment, catching your breath, stepping away from the corpse, moving towards the corpse, whatever you want to do. 2 scrolls have been handed to you, Kika. One is Lesser Restoration. It'll be identified later by somebody, and one is Whole Person, cast at 3rd level.
Okay, I'm gonna give both of those to Runara.
Cool.
Kay's just like, no, don't!
What? What?
Because it saves you having to use a spell slot in an emergency.
Can I not? I don't know if I can cast identify if it's not on my spell list.
You can give it to somebody to identify, like one who
Alright,
is next
sounds-
to you,
Yeah,
and then
once,
do it.
once they've been identified.
It's
Yeah.
one of those things of like, yeah, I know this is gonna get happened, so I'm just letting you know now, so I don't forget to tell you later.
Okay. What was it? Lesser rest and a level 3
Lesser
whole
rest.
person.
Correct.
Yeah, which is for 2 people.
At this point, Dominic is there and just has their hand on Bubba, and looks towards you, like you two who are there, and even Wittick who's now come over. So you're,
Adventures.
yep, mm-hmm.
Oh
See,
man.
Couldn't you tell?
my last 24 hours have been hectic.
Uh-huh.
You've only been here
This
for
all happened in
24
24
hours?
hours?
Talk more on that.
That's the same question twice.
So what happened was I was working. I was just in my lab, working towards just working on some enchantments, getting them done so I can get them the weapons presented and everything else, and everything will be fine. And next thing I know, a rift opens and I am dragged through, and I find myself in this moss-filled old dank cave that smells acrid as sin. And you know when you are very aware that you are uninvited in someone else's home?
You,
So I
you
immediately
wouldn't know
registered
how
it.
often that occurs.
Yeah, your adventurers, I imagine it's bi-weekly minimum. But I said minimum. I knew this and I immediately teleported myself out of there as soon as I could, only to find that when I did, I was yanked, I think, somewhere near the entrance of it, and I just ran, and my dogs seemed to have manifest next to me, and one of them is he's gonna wake up at home very confused in 24 hours. Poor Bubba.
Sorry, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
You said you were making weapons to present. Who were you going to present them to?
I was making enchantments. Very different.
Enchantment. Sorry, apologies. Enchantment to present.
And they're going on gear, essentially weapons, tools, whatever I needed to be done. I just own an enchantment shop.
I was going to say you're a business owner.
Yes.
Where's your shop? What's your
Yeah, where's it located?
Okay. Can I just confirm? Are we on Faerun and on the material plane?
Yes.
Certainly, yes.
As far as we know.
Don't say it like that again.
Dimensional instability is happening a lot at the moment.
Yeah. I am originally from the Shadowfell.
That the Pillar of Shadow makes more sense now.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah. I mean, aren't you clever?
I'm not.
No, she's not.
I'm sure she's lovely. Look, I'm from a place which has had many different owners, many different interactions, but how best to give you an idea? Okay. It even the names can change. So I could come home, teleport to my personal circle, only to find that the entire location has changed. Or at the very least it's been renamed and someone has changed the whole kit. So
Sounds fun.
it's really not. It depends on which Dark Lord has taken over for whatever period, for whatever nonsense.
Less fun.
But at the time it is called Thul Tanthar.
Gesundheit.
Previously it was called Shade, previously it was called the City of Shade. It's basically old as sin. It's a flying city in the Shadowfell, which is the only reasons why it's even remotely stable.
Flying city's famously stable.
Hey!
Well, compared to anything in the Shadowfell, yes, it is. Because if you're in the land of the Shadowfell, you get. So, when you stay too long. But look, if you ever do make your way and you ever show up there, just go for the Hellions Haversack. That's my shop. I fully intend to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
Do you need any help with that?
I need a day where I am not being grabbed by a fucking dragon. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. I just need a day where I'm not.
You can swear, we're all adults here.
I already know that's a lie.
Wait. No, it's not.
That's a child.
Renara, we'll get back to this. We'll circle back.
One, that's a child. Two, that's a changeling. I can't tell what age they are.
God, Renara's keeping
That
up.
one's half dead. They could either be 12 or 250.
I immediately eyes narrow. Like rude.
I'm not entirely sure myself. Depends on how you define.
Anyway,
Exactly.
we will probably be distracting local dragons in the coming 24 hours. So if you want to hang out here and dip.
Yeah, you should hunker down though, because again, the dimensional instability is still a thing.
It's a big issue.
Right.
We're gonna go talk to. And she kind of smiles. We're gonna talk to the big dragon on campus around here.
Okay. I did have to, when I teleported out, I had to force my way out of her magic. Like, her lair is protected. So if you need a jettison, be aware, don't try to do it in her lair. Do you actually know what way to go?
No.
Yeah, if you haven't had any directions, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
Such as they are in a magic forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kicker. Directions don't mean squat. Hang on. And what they do is they basically literally reach into their ear, and there's a moment of a wince as they pull out a shadow.
Sick.
And just twist it around, and there's just like a spring. So when you're ready to go, uncoil that, and you just they do it, and they just uncoil it, and it just turns into like this purple, like long, winding, thread, and it's like this will just move, right? It'll be different to standard shadows because it'll have the purple hue of my hair. Be aware of that. And keep moving with it. It doesn't stop, so if you want to stop, just be aware you're going to lose track of it. But if you follow it, that will take you on my memory's path to the dragon's lair.
That's extremely sick and dope. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And
I'm gonna pull 50-foot rope out of my bag and poke the hair into the rope.
Don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't. Okay, I'm gonna do you a favor.
Out of character, I'm getting some like, here's a bag full of the winds. It'll take you directly home vibes.
Yeah.
Don't open the bag until you need to.
For my Odyssey enthusiasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they look and say, don't try to tie it to anything. Right. How do I describe this? You know the immovable rod?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the unstoppable thread.
Ah, I see.
It is going to go.
If they meet each other.
Look, that has already been joked at me several times. People say it. I'm just gonna say the immovable rod has a capacity that it can hold. It has a maximum. It may be several thousand pounds,
So
but it has a
is
maximum.
so it's movable. It's a very difficult to movable rock.
Renar. It's okay.
I feel like Renara's having a day today.
Renar is using a brain cell, and it's strenuous.
When I was in a place like me that only just remembered this isn't the big dragon that we were coming to find.
No.
That's where the brain cell is
That's
right
the
now.
little tiny baby.
It was just a baby.
Genuinely, me, not Renara, was like when he was like, "We're gonna go find the big dragon." I was like, "Oh wait, this wasn't the big dragon."
Oh, that
Oh,
was
no.
surprisingly easy. Oh wait.
There's this moment as well while you guys are having that moment of talk between yourselves that they kind of pause and it's just a bit of oh, okay. That hurt. Nope. That hurt. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to
Good.
collect myself and get I have no anchor to this plane. It's painful. I basically need to recover my spells and get out.
Good luck with
Gonna
that.
hurt.
Good luck getting spells back.
Would it be better for you to go back and then regain your spells, or would you rather get your spells and then go back?
I need to teleport myself to my home very specifically. And if you guys are saying that this world and this area right now is a bit fucked for teleportation and conjuration and shit, and I've already seen
I
a
was
bit
about
like
to
that.
say I don't know anything about schools of magic, but it's conjuration.
I mean, were you born in the Shadowfell?
No,
You're from the Shadowfell. You're native to the Shadowfell.
Spell wording.
Oh,
I think what I get what you're saying.
I
Yeah,
can't believe that you guys
it-
that long.
That's what Kiko
no,
was. That's what Kiko was asking. She was like, "Do you want to go
don't
right
try
away?"
to
Because
fucking banish me.
it was just a question.
I'm worried if you do that, half of me is going one way and half is staying here. So don't
I
fucking
suppose it
do
would
that,
send you
please.
to a random place on the Shadowfell, not to your house. Right.
Why don't we just head out so we can give you so you have
Space.
a distraction essentially. So you can rest.
Fuck this. I'm just gonna follow the river and I'll get out of this forest and I'm gonna go far enough that conjuration doesn't get fucked and then I'm gone.
Yeah, we're not
well,
that far into the forest.
Been about
We're
half
like
a day.
Half a day
yeah, I was
travel.
gonna say we're about half a day.
You're probably closer now to about 4 p.m.
and also you're probably gonna have to go up the road probably a day because the town we were at having trouble remembering.
Yeah, it's in quite a wide area. I don't know if you want to stay here just because there's at least a little bit of cover here, rather than in the middle of nowhere that you don't know where you are.
Look, at this point, I can basically blend if I need to. The issue is that when you get grabbed way too fucking quickly and you get no prep, I can more or less disappear with Bubba. I'll be fine. I just need to physically move a distance from this fucking place.
you have food and coin on you?
I've got coin and I just physically had it on my bloody person because I was doing my balance for the month.
Trying to
You got your whole shop's monthly balance on you right now. Really
That's
upset.
K.
No, that was K. That was K.
I'm not even playing with that. That's K.
I'm sure we have some supplies we can give you.
I don't need to feed. I'll be fine. I'm actually going to be all right. I just need to get home.
Okay.
Look, any names for you guys? Any adventurer name that you guys run by or individuals? So if any of you pop ahead and I hear a name get mentioned, I'll know it's you.
A lot of people
I
are
mean,
calling us the kids.
most people use that lot as well. I don't think we've ever really needed a name.
Unfortunately, it's very hard to dissociate a group of adventurers by, hey, you over there.
Hey, you guys works.
I mean, if it helps, we have a giant whale, so some people probably identify us by that.
Alternatively, a lot of people just say you'll do.
Where is... What? I'm sorry. I got stunned by the fact that you have a giant whale. Also, where the fuck is your whale?
It's travel sized.
No.
No! It's travel sized. For convenience.
And like you like show off the item, and like there's a moment where like a flash goes over his eyes, goes, oh, right, it's one of the... What the fuck? A moon whale?
Why not?
No, I thought they were extinct. If you got
There's
anything
one
tied to that, that's cool. That's actually really cool. Fuck it,
The
I'll
mermaid
be able to
princess.
identify you if you show up by some version of a moon whale.
Yeah, I got it from a mermaid princess.
That
Yeah.
is actually true.
Adventurers.
That is just straight up what happened.
I was about to say adventurers. Yeah, that reads.
Yeah, found a mermaid, put her back in the ocean, and they told me to come back. And then got
These
this.
usually where they're meant to be. So
I mean, yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
yeah,
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Yeah,
like they just
found the
they just
mermaid,
pull
put her
their
in the ocean. She said, "Come back." Got the thing. Yeah,
they just like pull their
Life.
hair, like their hands like through their hair, and it just like fades through it. It's like there's like a small fire, like a brazier. Almost think like Hades' hair from the Heracles film, like the Disney
Yeah.
one, and that you can just almost go through it in a way, but like just runs it through and it just like reappears on the sides of it as it goes and washes over it. And it's like hangs long past her neck. Okay. Right. So people who own a moon whale, thank you. Firstly, thank you. I don't think you had to do that. At the very least, use the thread when you are ready to kick off again. Like collect yourselves in that. I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna blend with Shadow and walk. And well, I'm not walking. He's walking. And just Bubba goes burr. And almost like does like a weird cat hyena cackle combo at once, which I'm not even gonna try to do to my vocal cords because I
Yeah.
like them that much. Because you can tell my
vocal
cords were going
cords?
to struggle.
Weeds.
My vocal
No,
cords
he's
were going to
very
struggle.
My
Gonna cause a
glazes.
problem. Hey, I'm Shadowy. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh my god.
Oh no, he's gone cockney.
That was
It's
cocky.
traveling. It's migrating.
Spreading.
I've got the Chaos Emerald. Do I have?
God.
What did you
Oh,
just say?
also,
Don't know.
On in the UK.
being the shopkeep, you might get rumors and whatnot. Were there princes on the Shadowfell at all that kind of
Yeah,
disappeared?
Yoga Princess.
Well, yeah, the Dark Lords, quote unquote, have their heirs. I think
Well,
2
they-
got kidnapped recently.
Yes.
You don't
Who the
say.
Who the fuck steals from the Dark Lords, though?
That's
Black
happening
Idiot.
everywhere.
What?
Black Kith.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a global.
that's why we're here.
It's like a global issue. Like with the whole interplanar thing that I talked about. That's kind of a little bit because of that, because
There's an interplanar prince shortage.
yeah.
Yeah, couple got
And
taken
as
from
you can
here.
imagine, all of the other planes are not
you.
happy about that.
What happens
Note to
if a
self:
prince is
don't do
born?
any deals with Githkin
now?
for now.
That's
Well,
just
one
yeah.
one would say it's a bit of a plight, really. But
It's
Yeah.
a play upon the princes, one may say.
yeah,
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Anyway, that's
and
our
remember,
show.
Good night, everybody.
Stay safe and remember, if you get cold, stand in a corner of a room. It's usually about 90 degrees.
Yay.
I
Your
missed you
jokes
speaking
are
up one.
I missed
Your
it.
jokes are nearly as bad as my husband's. Nearly. Except he just leans in and goes, "Did you get it?"
Well, but
That hasn't.
did you get it
You
though?
have to, But did you get it?
But did you?
But did you?
I take out my notes and say, note to self, ask if they got.
You've made it worse for all of us now. You've made our adventuring experience worse. Are you happy?
Oh, I'm tremendously ecstatic at doing this to you. Come here, Bubba, and just like moves up on top of the back of it and just like holds by some of the the back spines and like sits down in the space between them. And as they do that, there's almost like a moment where they almost go 2D in a way, where you guys can see them from where they are, but when they move away, they're into the shadow and they meld in and they just and they go off at a bolt speed. And before anyone worries, it's illusion magic.
Yeah.
The moment
But
the moment you said they went 2D, my brain just went Paper Mario.
I was about to say in character, like, I love Paper Mario.
Love the
Like,
first
what?
turn.
They went
Well,
to that.
we've
They went
learned
to that
something.
VR chat world.
Anyway,
So
you guys continue to take your short rest.
Yay!
We've made another
Maybe-
interdimensional friend. At what prince count are we at now?
So 2 from the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
2 from the Hells? 1 from the Hells? Celestial 1.
1 from the Hells, 1 from the
2
Heaven,
from here.
Two from material.
2 from here.
We need to
one-
find a Feywild representative.
No, we don't. There's one.
That's a new octave.
I can go higher.
The dogs. You wonder why there's dogs usually appearing in your back fucking garden.
And elemental. As
Oh,
well.
airplane. Yeah.
Elemental.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like. A
So, I mean, at this point, is it just, are we at a number where we can just assume there's gonna be one gone from every plane?
It kind of feels like it at this point.
Like, we have less, like, major planes left than accounted for, right?
Mhm.
Like,
And that's just because we haven't met anybody to ask.
just don't get it. And part of me wonders if they only got 2 from this plane because they're twins, right?
We should have asked
I
them if
didn't
they
know
were
better.
twins.
Didn't they take Durin
If I
as
didn't
well?
know better, it's
Oh,
like
Durin,
she's
I forgot
looking
about
for.
Durin.
How dare you forget about Durin?
I'm sorry. I know it's
Oh,
important
so
to you.
3 from material then.
Is it more than 3? Are we just stupid? I don't have my notes on me right now out of
Probably
character.
stupid.
You know of 3.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
might
no,
have been
3.
more. There's no reason why it wouldn't have been more. People up to date on their Durin lore. Durin wasn't from a different plane, right?
No.
I don't know the guy.
No.
Okay.
They're not. Closely linked, but not from there.
One could almost think that she's trying to do something with marriage laws, political marriages.
That-
But
I
then there'd be
mean-
no need to steal so many of them.
The
Hmm.
monogamy in the.
Good
We
question.
don't need to. That's a different conversation. There's something we're missing with this, and I'm really not smart enough to figure it out. Maybe we focus on what we're doing. The spires, the anchors, whatever she's trying to do with the planes isn't going to matter if we destroy the anchors anchoring her to this one.
There's not
Well,
many left
I wouldn't
now.
go that far, but it is treating at least a symptom.
I suppose
Maybe
it's
just
worth
a few,
I suppose it's worth thinking that at this point it's a wonder that more isn't happening, considering how many these spires are kind of important, and there's now not a lot left, and there's kind of not been a lot of action on their front.
Well, I'm wondering.
Well,
They're
that is-
operating on a completely different time scale, though.
Yeah.
Also, there was a decent amount of action that sort of stopped
Beginning.
after the whole resurrection.
Yeah, well, we talked about this, right? Because it's either that she's holding her pieces closer because she can't just send them out. Like, the only major the only people from the gift that we've run into since we destroyed the necromancy spire are the big guys on campus who are probably less likely to
Really
get
the lead unit.
spontaneously killed. So
Yeah,
I think she's gone to ground a little bit.
If there's only
But hey,
if there's
that-
one or two left, surely she's going to start panicking.
Or she's doing stuff on other planes that we can't see. Like
Yeah.
if she's operating on a large, like interdimensional scale.
Actually, could be
If
doing
we
things on this
can't-
plane we can't see.
Yeah, this
Underdark
plane
is
is pretty
vast.
big,
Maybe every time we destroy a spire, she kills one of the princes.
and every time we touch,
cannot be doing that.
Silence, Karina.
We can't do that.
You
I
need
killed
them by
Curls.
her side.
I killed her.
We haven't gotten any information from the Underdark, so God knows.
I mean, other than the giant hole opening into it.
Does the
the only
Underdark,
information
does
we
the
got.
Underdark have princes?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
That sounds like a problem for other people.
There are many civilizations in the Underdark, not just the matriarchal ones. And even the matriarchal ones still have princes.
Yeah.
This is true as well, right? Like, we're just on the Sword Coast. There could have been a prince from like all over,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
We just wouldn't know.
Yeah, every kingdom on this flat Earth could have had a prince.
No. Silence
We
FCG.
know the betrayer is allied with them as well, so God knows how much they're getting done.
I think if we try, we're not the people who are going to work this out. Let's be real. So let's target insight, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small picture. Big picture is too big, and you can't see it all. So small picture stuff.
Let's go.
There are people who can deal with the big picture, and they are not us.
Right there. Elsewhere.
Also, do we not have a team name? I feel like that's a thing we should have talked about at camp one time.
Maybe we've never really needed one because everybody,
honest,
everywhere we've been, everybody's known who we are.
That's just a you problem.
Yeah, still everybody knows your name.
Sorry, I feel really mean. I'm in a mean mood today. It's true though.
It is true. I hate it.
Why
I know.
do we need a group name? We're just us.
Well, as
Team
that
normal.
guy, as that guy just showed, like the problem is that if you the circles that we move in sometimes mean that using your name is not a good idea.
You don't say. May I recommend having at least 4?
The way things are going, we're going to.
I think I do have 4 for some people.
The way things are going, we're going to end up being called the Moon Whales.
I mean, that works.
That's a bit whimsical.
Defenders
though.
of Faerun was Moon Pigs.
Yeah,
So
the Moon
We could
Pigs.
be the
They
Wandering
were?
Lords.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
haven't heard that
colloquially,
one.
they're known
Yeah.
as the Moon Pigs.
yeah. That's what
Wait,
they
I
like.
what?
understand they encouraged
No.
it.
That's
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
that's
that's
what that's
fucking
the name.
crazy.
That's the name that they liked, but like the historians didn't like it, so the historians used the heroes of Faerun. But they, as a group, again, I know this is shocking to you. Sometimes they were just people, and yeah, they had the names the Moon Pigs because they had a pig. They had a pig. His name was Turkey.
Which it pulls out
Yeah,
like
but where did the
Harper
moon come
approved.
from?
I was gonna say on the pop figure box it said Moon Pigs.
Yeah, a lot of the merch has Moon
You
Pigs. but a
know,
lot of the text.
Because Roman was responsible for it on this plane. As such, it got trademarked.
I
Well,
only
yeah, when it pulls out the Harper approved
Moon
paper that
Pigs.
says Moon Pigs, aka Defenders of Faerun.
Yeah,
Huh.
a lot of the
That did not
academic
reach me.
papers.
You know what
A
this
lot of the
feels
academic
like?
papers calls them the Defenders, but you'll find a lot of the merch is Moon Pigs.
This feels like localization of talking to people, going like, "Oh, I love Spyro's to Ripto's Rage." Like, fuck off! It's Gateway to Glimmer.
Moon Pigs as a sort of a brand sort of appeals more to kids, I think, so they got more sales.
What are you
Yeah.
saying?
That's not how that happened at all.
I grew up in the woods. What is branding?
Eric
Oh,
actually
cool.
chimes in.
I mean, we're all
Reason-
there for the event.
I think
sorry.
Ash had a thing where she kept like using like Moonbeam, and that was like her thing.
Terrible
And so
spell.
she was the paladin on top of the pig.
She was the one who
casting
had the pig.
Moonbeam.
Yeah.
So it's
Ergo,
really
moon.
just her name.
It
No,
depends
it
on which
applies to the
bard you
group?
ask.
Her name wasn't Moonpig. Her name was Ash. So that's not her name at all.
It depends on who you ask, because
it's
some people
because-
feel that Ash was like the default leader of the group,
Oh, I've heard.
but of
That
course some
doesn't feel
bards
right.
disagree with that.
I mean, that's probably not worth debating right now. It's because it was an identifier of here comes a paladin on the back of a pig with a moonbeam, which is why I brought up the space whale, because I was like, well, people will probably notice the whale first, you know? It's like the people notice the moon pig first, so people see the whale first. That was why I was like, if you see the whale, that's probably us.
I was honestly shocked to see the betrayer was actually dressed in such a garb. I assumed that was the bard's exaggeration, but there is actual physical evidence that he dresses like that.
Yes.
Well, no, I never got that.
It just seems like such a trope for a villain.
Yeah. The meta commentary is getting too deep.
I feel
Nemo's
I've
gonna get a
learned nothing.
nosebleed.
I feel I've gained 0 knowledge, which is what I wanted from this.
I don't know.
should
I
make
wasn't.
you
I
take
was in fact talking
mi-
about Zero.
I don't know if I can make you take damage from a short rest, but I want to try.
I in character don't know much. I can make this. I can make this make sense in a court of law.
I mean,
I'm
we
just
can
gonna-
we
I'm
can
just gonna
think
cover
on
my
it.
ears.
I
I'm try
wish-
to cover my ears and sleep as best as I can.
I wish Lo was still
By the
here.
way,
Lo was
quickly-
pretty good at names.
Quickly, sort of out of
Mm.
character, but important. I know Widdick will probably be happy to teach me their languages. Can I learn Dwarvish from you, Renara?
Wait, I'll take
Because
one.
I'm going to be picking up a skill later for linguist.
Sure.
Oh, cool. So, law-wise, King is spending some off time with them studying Dwarvish
only
languages and
swear
script.
words.
Yeah, it's like swear words, bar
Dwarven
talk.
language.
Yeah,
It's all the language, yeah.
yeah.
How to get to the bathroom.
I'm
hmm
teaching you all the Dwarvish swear words and a couple of sort of like verbs, and that's it.
Well,
Look,
if you-
It's
if
a
you're
lot of
learning-
German,
gold-
but you know.
Look, dwarves
if you're
don't
learning-
trust
say
you.
grudge. If you can say grudge, gold, and ale, you're pretty much mostly done.
Dwarves
And
don't trust you if you
Pogmathon.
don't know profanities.
And Pogmathon, which means I love you.
Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is, you gotta learn.
Kiss my ass in Irish.
If you're gonna be learning how to ask for drinks, you gotta make sure you get all the right measurements. Like a brown bowl, half bow,
In
quarter
Dwarvish,
bow,
there's big,
half point,
and then
half a
there's-
gin. All
To
the
be honest,
all
my
Right.
major
the
my major
amounts.
goals is to be able to say puns in Dwarvish, Gnomish, and
Dwarf-
Giant.
Dwarvish drinks, there's only like really one size, and it's big. If you ask for anything that's not big, then it's
Yeah, it's like there's no word for a big or like a pint of ale, because ale just comes in ale size, you know.
yeah, comes.
True.
The noun includes the size.
Like saying a pint.
Yeah.
Just it's a default
Anyway, should we
word
go
for
see
ale.
this dragon?
I like to imagine this is the conversation we're having walking through.
Absolutely.
I think it is.
Actually,
No, I will say you guys do manage to get a short rest in, so do your rolls and your heals, and then you kick off on your travel.
Yeah.
Before while we're just doing a bit of
More
short
HP
rest,
for
because
chaos.
I didn't really intend to recover any HP really. Can I actually
That's more
do a
like it.
bit of gathering of just any kind of like materials around? Like, 'cause I'm in a swamp area, I might be able to pick up some things,
There's
and
a green dragon corpse in the swamp.
also like see if I can get anything from the green dragon, like cut anything off or.
If
things
you
like
want
that.
to, you'll be focusing on the green dragon, and I will request a survival check.
Yeah, go on, I'll do that. I'll just get what I can from the green dragon.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me guess survival.
Something wanting to be identified?
2 scrolls.
Oh yes, these pieces of paper.
Yep, I'll do the rituals to do that.
Nice one, Sorinus.
Thank you.
A
Also
plus
out
8
of
will do that
character.
for you.
Also out of character. Nemo, did you get the ring and the robe?
Yes.
Spell turning
yeah.
the robe of the arm. Okay, I can't remember if that was something that was done when you were here or not.
That was yes, I did that. There's a very
So-
funny clip about it.
Serenus, with
Yes.
that, I will let you either collect enough hide for 1 piece of gear to be made from green dragon hide, or you can take 5 of its claw talons successfully, or you can get its bladder from which it produces its breath weapon.
Ooh.
That's pretty
Ooh.
Sorry, just to check, we lost the ring destroying a spire, didn't we?
I don't think it was on your hand yet.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on your
No,
hand
it was
or
on my
not.
hand when I did it.
Oh, then it should be.
No, the ring did fall. The ring did fall. You did collect it.
Okay.
Because the
Well,
ring
in which
wasn't the one
case-
being dispelled.
Yep. Okay. Well, somebody else wants the ring then because it's pointless with the robe.
So, breath weapon.
Uh, what's it called again? The Draconis
Oh.
Mundus, I think it is.
Talon. I think I'd have the talons, but I'm between the breath and the hide.
I think the breath
Essentially,
glanders.
with the bladder, you can safely seal it, and you can either stab it and fling it at someone and just produce a 10-foot area of the dragon's DC 14 12d6 poison attack, or you could try to distill it into tools, or try to get it distilled into poison. But that will be alchemy that you might not be doing yourself. You might have someone do it for you.
Ooh.
Yo, I might be able to do that.
The Fundamentum. That was its name.
What I'm trying to think of, like, and then if with the hide, if I made something out of the hide, it depends on what 'cause I think I've currently got a +1 to leather armor. So depends on like how much like
You can basically replace a piece of gear, like, a chest
yeah.
piece kind of thing.
I think I'll take the bladder.
That will be time and effort. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take
So
the
you
bladder.
reach in, and you eventually, like, with a bit of help from people around you, because you physically have to break a rib to get in at it.
Yeah.
And you have to like lean it and hold it up whilst you reach in. You manage to safely tie and seal both ends of it, and then cut it. Holding your breath as you do, you pull it out because there's still a bit of fumes from the far sides of the space of it, and it is ripe in there as it's beginning to decay, and its guts pour out. But you do have the poison bladder of basically a poison lung of a young green dragon.
After Serenus has sort of been in there getting there, can I just crack off like a couple of rib bones? I don't want anything to just crack off a couple, just so I've got a couple of bones.
Bear in mind, like, these are probably about like 4 foot long.
Oh, maybe just like smaller bone, just
Baby rat ribs.
like a little
Give me a survival check, and we'll just see how you do with it.
just a handful of small bones.
Like knuckle bone kind of thing. You could look at something like that.
Guidance myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just guidance. I've done this.
D4.
Sure.
12. You're able to, like, roughly. Your issue is that you go for the hand because you're like, oh, maybe there's a bunch of smaller bones like in there, like at the digits, and you're trying to cut it and like carve into it, and you're just like almost breaking it at points, like to break off a finger, and in doing so, you only get like 2 of the small, like essentially like the small circular finger bones, more or less, in there. You get like 2 of those.
Did you know?
Widdick. Before I go
Yeah.
on, I just walk over holding the bladder. Can I put this in the bag, please?
No.
I'll also clarify that it is
Do
the
you
poison.
wanted it? You're gonna have to keep it.
I will clarify it is the poison lung. Every dragon basically has a third, and that is their breath weapon lung.
It's called the Draconis Fundamentum.
I'll open the bag. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's like very carefully trying to ease this into the bag. Sorry. Right, then I get it into the bag.
God, I'm made of metal and can't smell.
Right. I will be. Yeah, there we go. It's in the bag. Right. We'll make sure to find a skilled alchemist
You say that,
Yeah,
Widdick,
yeah.
but you could use a bath.
I do it.
Well then.
So
Oh, he
with
said he
that
can't
little,
smell.
with that kerfuffle underfoot, you guys begin to travel. Preparing to go. I guess it was left with Poe, as Pox was the one who mostly interacted with them at the beginning. It's left with you. Do you pull the thread and pull the coil?
Oh shit, me?
Yes.
Are we all ready to follow this thing? Because we can't stop partway through.
Yeah, that's
so.
my only thought. Well, are we gonna want to? People with spells they have to care about. Are you guys gonna want to sleep at any point?
Yeah, what's the journey? We've got to go like a day and a half. I'm making that
At
up.
least.
So maybe we
With
should.
no way of knowing.
Okay,
Maybe we should travel, sleep, wake up, rip the cord.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So keep going further in until for about a day. Well, for until nightfall at
A few
least.
hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've probably identified those scrolls for you, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
Since he decided to put the actual mung in the bag, can I start distilling it on the move? I'm just sitting on the back of Garm, just
You're not okay.
You got a portable
I-
alchemy kit? What the fuck?
yeah, but
I say this from the
You know who
bottom
his
of my
master was,
heart.
right?
Portable implies that it can be set up,
I know.
Not
I'm
used
shit.
on the move.
not used
know.
on the fucking move.
When it can
What
be
if we
used on the
get like a
move.
magnetic chess set?
I'm going to stab somebody.
Me.
They're magnets indeed.
No.
Me.
See, I now that you say magnets, I'm just picturing like fucking Widdick just has like interchangeable fronts to himself, so like you could just like attach a table and becomes like a cooking bench.
So you got a folding
Like,
TV
attached-
tray in his chest.
Yeah, it's like like so it's chopping
Guys,
up
we
meat.
can't keep adding things to it.
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Exactly.
Right.
Let's
Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Also, basically, it's not in the front because I don't eat. It's a back one. So whenever somebody's on the back of me riding with on Garm, they have a little airplane tray table.
Oh my
make sure it's an
If
upright
I had a
position when you wish to
mouse
I was about
fly.
to say.
in my
the
back.
that people could shovel almonds into.
That is gonna just kill us.
The
He's-
biggest
I think he's getting tired of it.
obstacle
no.
to my DMing is the
No.
placement. The story.
Oh,
The
no.
that is where the almonds
This is
have to be
peak
going.
D&D. We've been playing this game for like 8 years.
I just want to say one thing before we move on. I just want to say one thing. When Wittick was made, I'm just picturing, right, that when they were being loaded with things, it's like that scene out of Toy Story when she starts loading all things, like, in your angry eyes, just in case. And Play-Doh,
Yes,
I don't know why.
Please take us away. Get us out of here.
Yeah, continue.
I would love to. Please give me a survival check to travel further into the woods. If you are keeping on your path, you'll be following the river.
Feel
That's-
this is a Serenus thing.
Yeah,
Guidance.
nature check, was that?
Survival.
Survival, okay.
Survival.
With guidance. Not that you need it.
Doesn't really matter.
Jesus.
Add to it.
Yeah, in this situation with instability,
Take
take,
everybody.
add it.
What's the...
1d4.
Is D4?
Single distiller.
So, as you guys continue to travel, you're following up the river, moving further and further in. You manage to, aside from keeping safe on that side of it as well, you are realizing that it does essentially, this isn't just one river, this isn't just one estuary or stream. It does divide in several areas, and some of them go into dead points, or some of them come out from rock embedments, and Serenus manages to keep you guys on track to follow the steady stream, which is still ground-wise. It doesn't drop down into any pits or any of the like of that. going through and continuing. It goes on for maybe 3-4 more hours, probably about 2 hours before it really starts to get dark. Like you can tell it's beginning to dip, and by the 8 o'clock point, given the time of year and the fact that you were under deep canopy, that it eventually gets quite dark. So in that point, you begin looking for a camp, and I'll keep the roll for the same of it. You're going to have to essentially manage to find a small, more or less a small outcropping, something that's like a 15 by 10 space just to put Garm and fit yourselves in a bit of a close-up space. Is there any campfire or anything like that you guys will do on your setup, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Runara will stone shape out of the floor, sort of a half sort of dome to give us a big area of cover.
Make just like a 5 foot little space just sunk up atop everything.
I'll
Just
do it a couple of times to give us an area of
yeah.
cover from the enemies.
Cool. And a bit of cover and chuck up of some moss and some leaves and that just to make it look a little bit more covered. And with that, you guys more or less begin preparing for sleep. What are your watches going to look like?
Probably a couple, 2 hands, maybe a nice leather strap.
Nice. Nice.
Maybe a bit of gold accent.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah,
so
nice little
tired that
gold.
took me a second.
Maybe one
I
of those
don't have to
Tony
rest
things
long,
that
but-
clip
I'll take
on your
first
helmet.
watch.
We're really going for it tonight.
Me, I'll behave.
Widdick will be on
Thank
full
you.
watch. I'll be
Yeah,
on
full
almost
watch,
full
yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got 2 people who don't sleep.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, I mean, I assume we all take one. It's just taking them in turns.
I'll go first.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you're there that night.
I didn't mean to roll with advantage.
Yeah. On
9.
Get luck, right?
do you have any luck left?
Oh yeah,
It resets literally after you sleep.
yeah it does. I do. Let's try that again. 23. That's better. I'll actually keep track of how much lucky I've got, just in case I don't get a full rest for some mysterious reason.
You're about 10 foot away from the riverbed, from the riverside. And the place you crouch up, you're basically like in a little bit. You do respect the fact that Runar did set you guys up like a little bit of an under canopy. And you like shrug yourself in there, with a view of the river and view of the guys and the kind of area. And you're keeping an eye and keeping watching it. You're alert and your heart's in your chest because this is an ancient dragon's forest, and you are very aware of the danger of being in a forest you don't belong. And you begin hearing from the far side of the river, like maybe this would be about 20, 30 foot from you, and about 40, 50 from everyone else. You hear the sound of water filling a vase. And you look and you can just see a vase being lifted up and placed on top of the head. And you have a moment of staring, because this is the second time in 2 days one of your forms has appeared.
Not like this.
It looks like Posey.
Not like
Exaggerated.
this.
Exaggerated. More beautiful, more fey. But they have a cloth, fabric, wrapped over their eyes. And turning without seeming to need to judge or estimate where their feet are. They move away from the water, up and beyond, out of sight.
Now here's a question. Because I, out of character, know... I, out of character, remember the lore of who this is and when they met. But
Correct.
Pogs doesn't, because they would have been too young, I think. So I think it is genuinely the... Because, like, Prosper, it must have been, you know, walked past each other in Neverwinter, but I think this is genuinely, like, I must be seeing things, because there's no other logic to that for her.
Give me a... We'll make it a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Intelligence check or wisdom save?
This is gonna be... Don't say the word intelligence to me.
Intellihana?
It's...
Am I getting the vibe that I have mayhap been here before?
What you're currently getting, you have not been here before. That I can
Right.
say. You have not been here before.
Right.
What you do have the memory of is that that's... You remember looking in the reflection in the cell, in that
Mhm.
puddle of water, and
Mhm.
shifting it to look like that.
Yeah.
That... It's uncanny. It's as if somebody... It's like as if you were an artist, and somebody came to both you and this person and said, take this exact form, and they described it to you. This is someone else's interpretation of your style, is how it looks to you in a way. Like, this is somebody else.
Yeah. A
who's
riff
also
on the same
perceived-
design.
Almost, in a way, but which was the original?
Yeah.
And there's this moment of, I don't know if mine was original, because you know you chose to make it. And there's a moment of, do I know this person?
Do I know that I'm... This is gonna seem like a really crazy question. Does Pox know for sure she's awake?
You want to pinch yourself?
Yeah.
You give yourself a pinch. You're awake. You feel the grass under your foot. You feel the wind blowing past you. You hear the crackle of the fire nearby. And you see that person walking away.
You okay? No, fuck it. Failing that's more interesting. Pox is gonna get up because this whole time that we've been in this forest, there's been the specter of the idea of wishes. And I think she's gonna follow because that's too many coincidences for Pox. Stealthing. Obviously. I'll go invisible.
Make a stealth check.
And I won't follow too far because I'm aware of how easy it is to get split up in this forest. But I do want a vague direction. 27.
You get up, hop the ring, and you go. And you're confident in this stride. You move, you jump the river. It's only a 5 foot. And you follow up, and it goes up a small, like 5 foot, like... It's more like 10 foot incline, but it's only like 5 foot total, but it's stretched. So you have to step it up, and the long steps up, and you look across, and there is this figure who is stopped next to a unicorn. And their head is half turned, because I rolled a natural 20.
This is history rhymes, man. Doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes.
Yeah.
Pox is mentally suddenly about, what, 5 years old?
Something like that. And there is a sound. This would be minuscule. Like, very fine ears would not have picked up. Like, you didn't snap a twig, but you did step on one.
Mm.
You didn't snap it, though. You rolled across it a little bit. But that small, minuscule noise against moss did get picked. And the figure turns, and they look... In that moment, you can tell, because you saw them front earlier, they now look less like a dryad, like a nymph, and more like an elf. Less like an Ellison, more like an elf. I don't want any trouble, I'm just out collecting water. And here's the issue. You mimicked that voice. But they
This is a
don't
crisis.
seem to see you.
Great. Good. Amazing. Long may it continue. What do you even do in this scenario?
Because they do turn, and you can see, because you are hyper alert right now.
Uh-huh. You can say that.
That fabric is quite thin. But as they move, you do see scarring around both their eyes. Like, scarring in, and the fabric is thinner. You don't have to be the whole story pictured to you to know that this woman may not have her eyes anymore.
Can I make this character out of character?
I made this one.
What do you even do?
What do you even do, Curls?
I think Pox is truly like having deja vu again. Is like we're this is a figure from a time in her life that Pox was kind of too young to remember. So it's this sort of thing of like I know this is similar to something that happened to me, but I barely remember it, and so sort of just existing in a bit of like a dream feeling. And I think she just tries to back away. Does not turn around. Like Pox isn't 100% convinced she's not violently hallucinating. So it's like this is just so surreal to her.
How are you presenting yourself right now?
Oh, what was I? I dropped Prosper. Oh, I'm probably in that like I keep nearly saying the name I've come up with. The like three-tail half demon sort of semi-normalized Pox.
You remember jumping the river as that three-tailed figure, but in this moment, on this little bit of a clearing, you see yourself as that child again. 5 years old, scared.
Little changeling kid.
Little child made of glass.
What? She's trying to remember what she did. I don't think. Yeah, I think Pox Pox launches straight into, oh, okay, this isn't real. Because that's the only way that she's going to make sense of this in her head at this second.
As you're there in that moment,
Yeah, I don't even know what to do. I think she just freezes.
you freeze. And the unicorn looks in your direction. Not at you, because you are invisible. Because the unicorn does not have that good of perception.
And something about unicorns today.
Yeah, they don't have true sight.
Wild.
They look out. And there's a moment where like they inhale. Because the one thing you can't hide is your smell. And there's this moment where it kind of like arches his head a little bit. It looks towards the figure. And it doesn't speak because it can speak telepathically. So you do not hear anything. Figure puts the jug of water to the side, like on a part of a strap that's adjusted to the back of the hips of the unicorn. They know you. Your smell. But it's been burnt. But it's still you. I can't remember you. Whoever you are. But they say they've met you twice before. Because bear in mind, you got your lucky feet.
I remember.
From the unicorn.
Yeah, they did.
Are you the child?
Not anymore.
Cars still need to grow up fast.
There's no way you're real. I made you up the first time, and I made you up now.
Steps towards the voice.
Yeah, fully staying invisible.
And her hands are outstretched. And there's a moment where the wind picks up a bit, and you do see that she has been blinded in both eyes. It is vacant in the socket. You don't remember that.
No, I don't.
That does not feel right to your memory. She's about 10 foot away from you, not able to judge what you really are, and extends out her hand. Palm facing down, like at a slight, like, lax state.
What are you?
I'm a child of the forest. That which has value from me was stolen, so I hold no fear, because nothing else could be taken from me. I am a dryad.
A spirit of the woods. Okay. I'm gonna slowly go forward a little bit, like a really skittish cat.
Yeah, you are peak skittish cat right now.
She's always been a bit of a feral cat, but it's definitely the energy's there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I made you up.
You wouldn't be the first child who has made me up in their stories. And while I hope you would be the last, you weren't. I've always helped the child that needs it.
I'm not a child.
You were then.
I wasn't by the time I made you up.
Not because you made me. I remember where it was.
Was it here?
No. It wasn't.
I don't remember anymore.
The Crypt Garden Forest. By Westbridge.
I'm writing that down.
You weren't even 100 paces from Westbridge. Do you want me to speak about that night?
No. If you could erase it from my memory entirely, I'd appreciate it.
Even if you were willing, as you say, I cannot do that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Why are you here?
This is the High Forest. It's my home of a sense. It has been now for quite a while. I used to be in many woods where there's a nearby village and children who fell in love with the woods and ran in, had a gentle hand on their back, pushed them back to the forest, sent them home.
Huh.
But you didn't need that.
No, I didn't.
So you went on their back. And
So
from
where
there
did
I cannot see.
Where did you go after that? Because I never saw you again. And I forgot until right now that you were even a person before I remade you. And where did you go?
Give me an insight check.
I think over the course of this, just like the invisibility is slowly like peeling, like flaking off. It's like it's not even like a all-in-one drop. It's just like as she's getting more frustrated,
It's
she's just kind of
peeling
like
away.
slowly.
The mask is dropping essentially. Oh, I love that for you. I love that for you. 'Cause I got a 15. There was a moment where she looks like she intends to speak, but it's not guilt that comes to her mind.
Honey.
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 It's not. It's your baby. The only thing that you fuckers know will distract me is a big fluffy baby. She doesn't. It's almost like she doesn't want to speak, but not out of like a fear or guilt. It's hiding something from you for fear of how that response or that truth will make you feel.
Weirdly, that makes Pox feel better. Like, if she was, benevolent or like pitying, Pox would dislike it more. But like the secrecy, yeah, that's normal. That's a thing that she can understand.
I eventually, after a time, was denied sight of the world. And until they were used in their pots, I could tell where they were. Until they were used in their potions, I could tell where they were, but they were gone.
Right.
And that, I just knew was going to happen eventually. It's my part to play.
But then so you retreated to the high forest after that?
Several many years.
I just didn't run into you again.
I was many places where a child needed a bit of a help. But I am one dryad, and there are many. And I cannot do it every moment it's needed. I have limits.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
Are you here for some form of revenge?
No, I didn't. I found out you were real 30 seconds ago. No. I'm too tired for revenge. Not against you anyway. You did your best. Frankly, too much happened since.
I'm sorry that did.
Not your fault. People before and after you. That's why I think that's sort of why I've assumed you've not been real, because you were just nice. No one's just nice.
Kindness is an ice. And there are many things in this world that can chip away at it, melt it down. The kindness in ourselves gets eroded away. But you are still who you are.
Not me so much, but other people. I get the sentiment. Do you need help?
Present I am. I live. This forest is not a gentle place, but I am safe.
Would it be safer without a big dragon in it?
The one thing about her is that you know her. You're aware of her. She has her rules and she has her bereavements and that which she finds insulting and what she does not. And you know how to be with that. Her being gone would just make a vacuum someone else would try to fill.
The opposite. If you had a finger on the scale, you would. Okay. Okay.
Unless something else could go and take her position, but heavens, that is a power that very few things on this plane can save from angering one of her cousins. Perhaps very few things could threaten her. Or heroes.
Might have some ideas. But it would depend how they felt about it.
Well, I beg you never to put yourself in danger on my account.
I was in danger before you, and I will remain so. Just where I live.
And surround yourself with love.
That's been happening lately, and I don't really know what to do with it, frankly.
Cherish it.
I don't know how to do that.
No one does. Unfortunately, that's the part that makes you mortal, and the part that many envy. You have a finite time, and you're wild and unpredictable and passionate, beautiful things. And many cannot comprehend you because of that.
I'll stick to the less pretty parts if it's all the same to you.
They're all beautiful.
Agree to disagree.
A forest fire can be beautiful. Just depends how you look at it.
I think we've had
I
very
know.
different life experiences.
I know that's quite humorous to say, but
No, it's exactly what I would expect a dryad to say. I don't know what to do. What are you called?
I used to have a name.
What's your name at the moment? What do you feel like?
Friend.
That works.
You may call me friend. My name had two parts, and both were taken from me.
One of them wasn't Posey, was it?
In an oddly translated tongue, maybe, but that would be a stretch.
They. Good, great. That's still copyrighted. That was not even a joke. I don't know. I'm frazzled. Okay.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Frazzled.
No, I'm still using Pox. Although keep that one between me and you, maybe.
I will. And I will cherish it.
Although I've picked up a fair few since then. And still more. I've got a few on the back burner right now.
Always good to do. Always good to do.
Thank you.
For what?
Oh, shit. Saving my tiny life.
You could grow up to be, and she says this as she slightly approaches you, the greatest hero of this time, or its greatest villain, and I would still, even with that knowledge, save you every single time.
It's very noble. Very noble of you. I appreciate it. If it's any consolation, I think I'm a bad person who's ended up doing good things.
What is better, to be born good or to strive against your nature?
I don't know about that, but I've run into some people who are dragging me into all kinds of things.
Do you love them?
It's complicated.
Then let that
I'd-
love grow. Even if it's only a
Right.
seedling right now.
I only kind of know what that is. The only thing I've
Isn't
ever
it
loved is the
exciting?
moon, and that's really far away.
But beautiful.
You like beautiful things, huh? You kind of are how I remembered you.
Everything's beautiful.
Yeah, I thought you would say that.
Everything is itself. And by being itself, it is beautiful. Just like you.
Oh, I'm good on that one, thanks. I should go back to my sleeping friends who were relying on me to keep watch before I thought I was having a sort of elaborate hallucination.
Unfortunately,
Ring.
you are not happy.
Ring. Oh, well, hold on. It would be ring, ring. Hey, you all good?
Oh, right, yeah, Sunny said. We used it today. We've used it today.
Oh, yeah, we did, I know.
Past
Do
the
not
midnight
disturb.
hour.
No, I need that for later. I need
Yeah.
that for when I do more stupid shit.
Go back to them.
Yeah, I should do that. I care or something. This is... I don't even know what to say to you.
You've said everything I think you need to.
And somehow not even half. I don't really... A lot of crazy shit's happened to me lately. More so than usual. In a life somewhat defined by crazy shit.
I hope that craziness keeps you traveling down a wonderful journey.
Very optimistic, aren't you?
Call it my fatal flaw.
I will. Well, friend, good to meet you properly when I have, higher cognitive function.
It's good
And
to
when I'm
meet
not hysterical.
you. Pox.
Yeah. It's really weird. You met me the day I got that name.
Would you not prefer Posey then?
Well, that is the question, isn't it? I don't know anymore. For a long time I thought, yeah. I don't know. I've tried out a bunch of different variations on a theme, and none of them really stick, and they all feel kind of hollow. So maybe I haven't found the right character concept yet, or...
Are you trying to play a role?
comes with the territory.
Does it? Every
Yeah.
role is played by an actor. The actor has to know who they are.
I thought being an actor, you did that because you didn't know who you were.
No.
Otherwise, why else would you be an actor?
You have to know where the source of the water is to know what the river is. You have to have that basis. Take it a few steps back. And the first time you hear someone call you the name and it makes you smile, hold on to it. My friend.
All right, friend. I'll take it under advisement. I, again, need to get back to my sleeping friends before my local paladin decides I've been possessed by a demon and kills me. So...
I doubt he would.
We're in the club.
yeah, so do I.
Just like an off distant
Yeah.
mumble.
He just
Also, there's this
he
other guy,
sneezes
I'm
in
just
his
like-
sleep.
I'm like kind of keeping an eye on him. There's something about the vibes ain't right.
Well, I wish you best of luck with them.
Yeah,
And as
I
you
need
move
it.
back to your group, and she moves to mount the unicorn, you turn, and there's a little wave in the direction you were walking. You look back and look back again, and they're gone. And that, as you return to the party and end your shift, is where we're going to end the session.
Very mysterious. See what happens next week.
Thank you all so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.